right, we will make it happen.
Please, thank you.
Did you open this up, Jeff? Is that what I heard?
There was a mic.
Are we ready to go?
Yeah.
Quiet?
Quiet.
Are we ready? Ready for, we ready to go?
All right, you guys are unmuted. You guys are hot.
Nick, are you ready to go? Go for it. So this is opening up the live stream too, right? Yeah, exactly. Well, let's wait a half a second.
All right, let's go.
You're hot? Okay. We'll work it in.
Ready?
Hey, Lisa. Lisa, this won't calibrate.
Green, white, checker. Green, white, checker.
Okay.
Maybe it's my radio. Might be my radio.
Yeah. Okay, my dad. Yeah.
I don't know when to dance. Just keep going back to the...
Morning racing fans. Lake Guntersville, High Combat, I have a race from the Southern Cup. It is day number 2 of 3. It is day number 2 only because we had a test session yesterday afternoon for our Pro Lights Grand Prix hydroplane and our H1.
It was an action-packed 3 hours yesterday afternoon, but this morning now we begin in earnest the 2023 Hydrofest. And as I say that and finish the sentence, Jeff Ayler, Brent Hall in the Boitano Homes, the U440 goes across the start-finish line. My name is Brad Luce. To my left, my good friend and excellent hydroplane announcer, Jeff Ayler. Jeff, welcome to Guntersville.
Brad, good morning. Great being with you, and better yet, being with these very knowledgeable race fans we're developing here in Guntersville. Day number 2 of 3, as Brad mentioned, on the water. Brent Hall in the U440 Boitano Homes. Brent had a top lap yesterday, Brad, a little over 142 miles per hour. Had 2 at 129. Looking good on the water, entering turn number 2 on this 2.5 mile race course. But Brent needs to qualify as an H1 Unlimited pilot right now.
Yes, he really does, and to do that, he is required to complete 15 laps on the race course. He got 3 of them, as you said yesterday. He has to get 10 of those 15 laps above 130 miles an hour. He got 1 yesterday. He had 2 at 129, but I'll tell you right now, that lap is north of 130 miles an hour. And Jeff, I spoke to him last night in the pit area when we did a little pit walk for H1 Unlimited YouTube, and I talked to Brent. He said that 142 lap he was running maybe 3/4 throttle. He said the boat's really responsive, and it looks good this morning. And there it is, a 143.797 for Brent Hall. So happy for this young man to see him get out and run strong.
Very personable young man, 54 years of age, coming up on July 2nd. But Brad, yesterday when Brent was on the water, we had this slight wind condition. Lake Guntersville was just a touch rough for the 440, but right now, wind at a standstill, water conditions ideal. Brent looking good through turn number 2. Brad, bring him to the start-finish line buoy. Our engineer, Tana Morissette, will give you the time. I expect this one maybe a little above 143.
It just might be. He comes across, he gets a white flag with 1 more to go, because this is qualifying. Not testing, this is qualifying. So he will be able to turn 3 laps. They will record his fastest lap for his qualifying speed. He is off the lower corner. They are right at, how about this, Jeff Ayler? I believe it is, we've got it unofficially at 146.649 miles an hour, but clearly above 130. The boat looks really, really good. And I always have to say this, I was here a few years ago. That boat turned a lap out here at $1.50, so the boat's got some speed in it.
How'd you know? You were reading my mind. I was going to say you were here a couple of years ago, or 2019, I believe, when Dustin Eccles did a lap in this craft at over 150. Dustin is here this weekend with the teammate boat, the U40 Bucket List Racing. Checkered flag waving. Brent Hall will complete his qualification run. Boitano Homes, Bucket List Racing have to be happy.
Absolutely. The U440 Brent Hall puts his 6th lap in the books toward his driver qualification. But for the qualification for the event, he is now in the books with a fast lap at 1:46, which was lap number 2. We'll see if he was able to eclipse that. I think he did. We're seeing on the screen an unofficial time. We'll wait until we get it officially. We have it. It is 148.526 miles an hour, 148. And we talk about this boat turning a lap at 150 at one time. He's only a mile and a half away.
Outstanding lap there by Brent Hall in the 440. Boitano Homes, as Brad mentioned, 148.536 miles per hour, 148.536. And Brad will go
J. Michael Kelly. But I have to throw this out. Two things. Number one, a reminder to our fans that the speeds we are reading, they are official speeds, but they are not logged officially because the boats do have to go through tech inspection. So when we say they're unofficial, that doesn't mean the speed is going to change, but there may be a fuel flow or an N2 violation which would negate that time. That's number one. So the boats still have to go through tech inspection, meaning the 440, and Brent Hall has to do that. However, for this very short period of time, Brent Hall, as an as yet unqualified H1 Unlimited driver, is the current record holder on this new race course in Guntersville. By the virtue of the fact he was the first one out, he is the record holder. I got a pretty strong notion that may go away here pretty quick.
Yeah, you can take that to the pari-mutuel windows. No doubt that will be busted.
Off the top end of the race course, it is J. Michael Kelly in the Beacon Electric. Looking very, very smooth across start finish line. Look at that right sponson. Jeff, he just picked it up. It was barely touching the water, and that is the epitome of the perfect boat ride. Every time you touch the water, you lose speed. You add to your time. You go slower. You want to pick up that front end and just lightly fly it on the straightaway. J. Michael Kelly had a great boat ride yesterday. He is at it again this morning up the backstretch on lap number 1 of 3.
This particular craft won the 2021 Southern Cup in the silver, white, and orange colors as the U8 Miss Tri-Cities, and the problems began last season for this boat right here in Guntersville at the APBA Gold Cup. A blown turbine engine on lap number 1 in turn number 1, and Brad, after that it was a struggle for the 8, but right now the 8 is back.
Oh boy, the 8 is back, and the 8 is strong. I mentioned I walked through the pit area last evening and talked to a lot of these drivers on a little pit walk we did on H1 Unlimited YouTube. And by the way, Jeff Ayler, let's take an opportunity to welcome all our fans across the country and around the world on H1 Unlimited's YouTube channel. Their live streaming coverage of the 2023 Hydrofest. Brent Hall's record-holding run was short-lived. The U8 and J. Michael Kelly 165. That's 165.213 miles an hour.
Boy, J. Michael Kelly burning up Lake Guntersville here early on this Saturday morning. Construction trade, professionally, understand he's an outstanding woodworker, and he's got that throttle to the wood. Will we see 166? Will we see 167?
J. Michael Kelly picks up the white flag, 1 to go. And again, this is a qualifying session. There are points on the line here this morning. Our top qualifier for the race for the Southern Cup will earn 100 points. And if you're new to unlimited hydroplane racing, the event is all about garnering points throughout the weekend because it is our top 5 point getters who will be on the front row for our winner-take-all final. That second lap, Jeff Ayler, a tick faster, 165.639, 165.639.
Kelly resides in Bonnie Lake, Washington, married to his wife Angela, their 3 children, Brennan 23, Carson 13, and Lil Asher, he's up to 7. He's going to be a great J Hydro driver.
Here comes the completion of J. Michael Kelly's qualification effort this morning, and it was a strong one. No pun intended for strong racing, but it was a mighty good one. A couple of laps at 165 miles an hour. We get the drone shot here, Jeff Ayler, as he goes slowly through turn number 1, and he'll head back across the causeway. Another 165 mile an hour lap. This one a tick slower, 165.4. And again, the boat has to go through tech inspection to become official. The speeds are correct, but he has to go through tech inspection and make sure everything was legal under the hood. But assuming that it is, we have a new course record, 165.639, the hot lap for J. Michael Kelly.
Great run by the 2021 Southern Cup champion. Their test speed yesterday was 166.066. This one, as Brad just mentioned, at 165.639. I know we're getting old when I can say J. Michael Kelly is now currently 44 years of age and picked up his first ever career win in H1 Unlimited